On a cold and cloudy morning, after a period of heavy rains and flooding, at approximately 7 a.m., bus driver John Alex DeRosset began his usual route through Cow Creek, Kentucky, stopping to collect students on his morning runs. What would happen next would become one of the worst school bus accidents recorded in United States history. I'm Olivia Kahn, and this is The Unimaginable.
John Alex DeRosset, 27, was on schedule the morning of Friday, February 28, 1958, as school bus number 27 was loaded with 48 elementary and high school students, making its way on what is now Route 1428 just outside of Prestonsburg, Kentucky. Unlike the older bus he normally would have driven, number 26, a bus one student had previously described as having its rear emergency door wired shut, bus number 27 had just been serviced. After picking up 8 students about 200 yards down the highway, a pickup truck was mired to its axles in the ditch alongside the road. A wrecker driven by Donald Dooney Horn was maneuvering across the road to pull it out. In the back of the bus, older boys spotted the wrecker, and someone predicted the bus would hit it, said Donald Dillon of Prestonsburg, who was an 8th grader at the time. After colliding with the rear of the wrecker truck, the bus plunged down the embankment into the swollen rivers of the Lavisa Fork into the Big Sandy River. Half in, half out, Seth took on in front first, bobbing up and down. The bus driver, John, was knocked out from the accident, and water came through the windshield almost immediately. Many of the children on the bus were brother and sisters struggling to find one another. The back emergency door was kicked open by one of the boys, and as water poured in, children filed out in panic. The river's heavy current rolled the bus across the river about 250 yards downstream. The National Guard and other authorities and agencies responded to the disaster. On March 5, 1958, Kentucky's governor at the time, Happy Chandler, ordered 500 National Guardsmen from 9 different cities to join the effort to find those still missing. The bus was finally located by Navy divers and removed from the river 53 hours later. Volunteers found only 15 bodies in the mud-filled bus. 27 out of 48 children lost their lives that day. The bus number, the driver's age, the death toll, all 27. 3 of 16 families involved in the fatalities lost all of their children. It took another 69 days before the last child, a 9-year-old girl, was found. No foul play was ever determined. There are lots of things they thought happened, but no proof of it. An autopsy report on DeRosset showed that he died of drowning, and not a heart attack as maybe thought. Over the years, it is said that many parents weren't too keen on the idea of a memorial, as many were heartbroken and didn't want a reminder. Although some stand today, one being between the Convention Center and May Lodge at Jenny Park. A cross on the ground as you walk up and 2 flagpoles surround the monument. It was dedicated in 1994. Another monument is the sign at the guardrail that was added years after the accident. Trophies and flowers sit at the guardrail as Prestonsburg citizens will pay their respects at the crash site. They say this was something they will never forget. Just a few months after the tragedy, on April 27, 1958, Floyd County became the first rescue squad established in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. In recent years, the accident has been the subject of a documentary, The Very Worst Thing, and songs have also been published in honor of those lives lost. 2 American recording artists released songs about the crash, the Stanley Brothers with No School Bus in Heaven, and Ralph Bowman with The Tragedy of Bus 27. Neither made the national Billboard Hot 100 charts, but they did receive national airplay in some parts of the country.
The accident is deemed the 3rd worst bus crash in United States history. Although its death toll is the same as another, Carlton County bus explosion, the state of Kentucky has since implemented new safety measures for school buses, with those being the installation of multiple emergency exits, flame-retardant seats, and floor coverings. I now would like to take a moment of silence in respect to those lives that were lost. Thank you for watching The Unimaginable. I'm Olivia Kahn.